Hi everyone, I'm trying a little bit different video today because I just wanted to do a short quick video of this Dollzone head that I purchased secondhand. I purchased off of Buyee.jp through the Japan auctions section of Buyee. You can see here it says Dollzone, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. I'll show you the head and what came in it. There is the Dollzone envelope with the certificate. Nice little Dollzone sticker there. So since this is secondhand, I'm not the original purchaser or owner, of course. There's the Dollzone like envelope, I guess. It's really nice. It has, if you can see there, that Dollzone logo kind of in silver print, and then it says Dollzone along the edge there in like some glossy print letters. I don't know if you can see that there. But here's the information. So it's like just an envelope, and it gives you the number of the doll plus an image of the full doll. So what I got is this head right here. It's Loeb, L-O-E-B, which you can see right there. So that's the certificate, which is pretty basic, but I like it. It does its job. It gives a certified number, and clearly this is from Dollzone. This is not my first Dollzone doll by any means. I have at least 2 others, full dolls. They're really, they package nice. As you can see, there was some foam there on top. And so this head, as I said, I purchased secondhand, obviously. I went and checked the value of what everything is in here, because it looks like there's extra pieces in here than just the basic head. So I purchased this. I'm just going to tell you the price so you guys get an idea of whether you think it's valuable or not to purchase secondhand through Buyee. This head was listed for, I don't know the end, but it was basically $200. And when I went and checked on Dollzone, it did show the head. These are just the extra pieces. I'll show them to you guys in just a second. It did show the head, and it showed the different skin tones that you could get and the different options. And with the head and all these extra option parts that I just kind of brought out of the box, I think it ended up being like, I don't know, $280 or $300. So I saved about $100 by purchasing secondhand. And even though it is secondhand, it's clearly brand new. It's like maybe somebody purchased this for the body, maybe, or they purchased the head and changed their mind about what they want to do with it. But they have all these extras in here that don't come with just the base price of the head. So I feel like I got a little bit of a bonus there with these extra pieces, which I didn't even realize. Also, besides the fact that this was sold in early 2024, and he's no longer available to purchase. So it's a really cool head. As you can see, it's like a wolf or a dog, but more, I think more wolf, because there's some pretty sharp teeth there. You can see the jaw is movable. The only thing I'm not really sure that I like about it is that the jaw doesn't like stay closed. So I don't know, it seems like they should put a magnet maybe or something in there. Oh, that's interesting. You can see on the roof of the mouth, I don't know if it's showing that. You see that like light there where it's coming through one of the little, there's like little holes there, and that's for these bottom teeth to go into the mouth so that they can fully close. But the thing is, it doesn't stay closed on its own. So I don't know if that's a drawback or what, or if you just put like a little dot of putty to make it stay. I don't know. But I want to show you the mechanics of the head. So it is a resin head, and you can see this is clearly meant for like an S hook. It's a pretty big opening there. It's meant for a 70 or so head or body. Has magnets for ears. So this is the back of the head. I'm just going to show you how it comes off here. Let's see if I can remember correctly. I think it's just the whole thing. Yeah, you can see it's pretty nicely magnetized, but you just kind of pull it all the way off, and you can see there's like the medallion for Dollzone, and you can see it closes or it clamps onto the top of the head with this hook here, and then the inside mechanics of the head, the back hooks into right there, and then it has this like basically a kind of hinge for the jaw. Oh, I'm not quite in the frame here. And then there's magnets on the side, which are to help hold the head cap in. You can see there's a magnet there and then on the other side as well. So the interesting thing though is that sorry, I'm like repositioning my hands here. So the jaw opens pretty wide, actually opens all the way. And the tongue there is interchangeable. So that's some of the extra parts that I got. And you can see it looks like there is magnets on the bottoms of these tongues. So let's just change some of them out and see what it looks like, because I'm kind of curious to see. I haven't played with any of these tongues yet, and that sounds really awkward. But it's okay, it's just a doll. They also include some putty, which is curious to me, but maybe that's to put in the eyes, which these eye sockets are so small. Even though this is like a big head, very small eye sockets. I don't actually know if I have eyes that will fit, because I get bigger dolls with bigger heads, or like anime eyes type thing. So there you go. That tongue came right off, and it's magnetic right there. So let's just see how another one looks. So how does this one go? So that one's like he's panting or something. There you go. You can see it fits in there, and it's like the tongue is hanging out the side. That's kind of cute. The image of this one, they had them in different skin tones, but they had every picture with the tongue was the pink. The tongue was very, very pink. There he's like licking his chops. That's so cute. I'm gonna either have to be brave and try to paint these myself, or I don't know. And there, the mouth can actually almost pretty much close, and you see the tongue just kind of hanging out the front. That's so funny. It's, you know, it's funny to think about the magnetic appendages that some dolls get, especially the boy dolls. But a tongue can be a pretty interesting, you know, appendage too, I guess, for giving very different looks. Also, for very different looks, he came with 2 pairs of ears, which were not standard. That was extra, so that's kind of cool. You can see on this one, and I have to say, Dollzone really did great with the magnets. There we go. Now it's looking more flat. On this one, it looks like he's kind of an angry dog or an angry wolf. He's got the angry brows anyway, but with the ears back, it definitely makes him look like that's his emotion, pretty angry. And you can see it kind of hangs over on the back. Let me just put the head back on. That's a weird way to say that. So it just kind of hooks back in, and the magnets pull it the rest of the way. So anyway, these I found out by checking on Dollzone. These were called airplane ears. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But so that's the other one, and that, you know, as I said, definitely gives kind of a angry look. But then there's another pair. Let me set the head down for just a second here. Here's the other pair. And they are an upright pair of ears, and they definitely give a different emotional feel to what is essentially a dog head. Let me see, did I put them on the right way? Yeah, so there you go. And you have upright ears. Let me see if they almost to make them lay flush and not have that gapping there. They're almost tilted forward pretty far. I don't think you could reverse them, but let me see. Because I thought at first maybe you could make them look kind of sad, like guilty, but it doesn't lay right. There's gapping and stuff. So they definitely are intended to go one specific way and really not have much tilt so that you avoid the gapping there at the head. But Dollzone really put in excellent magnets. They pull, they're not, you know, misaligned, which I have experienced on more than one occasion with resin dolls. I don't understand why doll companies do that. They don't quality check that stuff before they send it out, and it's just infuriating because they glue it in the wrong direction. And then you have to do everything you can to get it right. Anyway, so that's Dollzone Loeb. I did bring some eyes, but I'm not really even sure I have eyes that will fit because those eye holes are just so small. But I did bring this. So I bought this head thinking, okay, I know this is a 70 centimeter intentioned doll head, and it's resin, and it has this big old, you know, space in the bottom for an S-hook to hold it tight. And I don't really know what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking it could look pretty cool as a SmartDoll. So that's a SmartDoll boy chest. And just because his fur is there, it makes it look, you know, I don't know, not bad. I don't know how I would get the head to stay and be able to pose, you know, like move it around, because the space there is pretty big. I don't know. I'd have to figure something out. I know many people will combine any number of different style of heads to bodies and bodies to heads, resin, vinyl. They mix them all up to get what they want, the look they want. And I just thought this would be kind of cool. It would be really cool if I could get this dyed to match the gray, and then maybe keep some of the white, or just have just some type of fabulous face up. But honestly, I think, I mean, I know this is just looking at the chest, but I think that it doesn't look horrible size wise. I would just have to figure out how to make it stay on. I think that's pretty cool. So that was my idea. I bought them thinking maybe I could put them on a SmartDoll body and have a anthropomorphic doll or whatever. So the last thing I wanted to look at was just to see if I could have some eyes that might fit inside that head. So what I'd have to do, I think, is flip the jaw all the way out. I don't know. I wonder if this comes out. It might. Oh yeah, it does. Easy peasy. It looks like it's magnetic there too, or actually it might even be magnetic. It's just resin that kind of clicks into place, and if you just pull gently, it pulls out. There might be magnets on the hinges there, but that's how you would get in to get to the eyes, which are so small. But I have these eyes, which I don't know that I ever did a video for. I think maybe I did, but it's Jesseleelooleeloo Doll Artist Resin Eye Maker. You guys can see that. A while back they hosted auctions for several of their eyes, and they've done some since then, but I bought these smaller eyes, potentially thinking of using them for SmartDoll semi-real. So they might actually be too big for this head, which is weird to say because SmartDoll is like anime style. And I don't know, I'm just opening this box. This may not be the best eyes for them, or like color-wise or whatever, but I was thinking these might be the smallest eyes that I own. And they are so stunning. Can I get you guys close up? I don't know. It's not focusing very well, but they're beautiful. I'm just going to see how it might look inside of this head. Like, would it even work? I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of? Maybe? it might need something smaller. I have only a very few couple of resin dolls that have such small eye sockets, and the other one that I'm thinking of actually is like a much smaller doll. Ugh, I'm trying to get this in there so I can see the other side. I don't know, it kind of works, but then again it kind of doesn't. And I looked, the frustrating thing is that I looked on the Dollzone website to try to find what eye size they recommend. There's no mention of it. They have all these dimensions, but no mention of what eye size is required. These could work, I guess. I actually have 5 pairs by Jesseleelooleeloo. Check back in my videos if you want to look and see if I did a video opening for them. I don't know if I did, but these are really fabulous. So those pairs are both like blue pairs. This pair would be too big, I think. It's a really pretty rainbow color. There you go. Nice and focused. Isn't it beautiful? And then this last set, there's 2 in here. I think these are the same size as the blue pairs. Oh no, maybe not. These are bigger. Well, they might be the same size, but bigger pupils, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if these will focus. Either one of these pairs might look really good. Aren't those beautiful? If you're curious about Jesseleelooleeloo, look them up on Facebook. They post pretty regularly. They're pretty awesome. Let's look at these little green pair that have kind of that cat eye look. I know dogs don't really have that same like vertical pupil, but just to see. All right, come on, work with me here, buddy. You know what could be a good doll service? Putting eyes into really tiny, small heads. Oh, can you guys see that? I don't know if that's the best. But as you can see, I think there's a little bit of gapping, so I think that this eye itself, not just the pupil, is too big. The pupil actually maybe is not so bad, but the eye size might be too big because it's leaving a little bit of gapping. But I do like that actually. Anyway, that is Dollzone Head Loeb with interchangeable different types of tongues, different ears. It is a resin head. It's no longer available, but obviously it's coming up on the secondhand market. And I think he's pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think. Would it work as a SmartDoll head on a SmartDoll boy body? Or is it too big? Is there no way to really put a resin head onto a SmartDoll body? I don't know. Obviously, I don't even have my gray boy built yet. I have his entire body and a frame, but I haven't put it together yet. But anyway, someday soon, I hope. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. If you need a link to Jesseleeloo or you want to see if I ever did a box opening, please feel free to check back through my videos. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.